Tonight's host has won 2 NAACP Image Awards and earned 2 Emmy nominations for his role as Dre in the ABC comedy Blackish, which he also executive produces. Let's take a look at the work of Anthony Anderson.
I want a strong black name.
Oh, boy.
Okay, because we've given our kids white names and they've all ended up blackish.
Great.
I just want at least one of my kids to end up being black so I can love it. I know it's a surprise to see me here, all right? Right now, some confused old white lady is trying to adjust the darkness settings on her TV remote. And let's see who the panel thinks is telling the truth. 1, 2, or 3.
What do you guys say?
No, don't say no! Aaron, just write down the number of the man you want to sleep with the most, and we'll accept that.
Today, we're going to take a look at all the new shows coming this fall, and we'll talk about Randall Park. And I'm not ashamed to admit it. He's a good-looking man. Oh, this chapstick was just because my lips were chapped, not because he's pretty.
Dear God, Father above, giver of strength, I come to you in my time of... Is somebody making popcorn? Please let it be kettle corn.
Oh, why do I suck at praying?
Please welcome your Rockie Awards Gala host, Anthony Anderson.
Thank you, and welcome to the 2017 Rockie Awards Gala, celebrating the best in television and honoring amazing programs from around the world. Now, it is my pleasure to be your host for the evening here in beautiful town of Banff. Round of applause. But apparently, when we arrived, and when I say we, I mean me, John Ridley, and Regina King, we quadrupled the black population of Banff. So I want to shout out to Lamar. He's the brother who runs the bagel shop down on Bear Street. Now, I've been doing all the Canadian touristy things since getting here, like drinking Tim Hortons, eating poutine, and I read that really fast when I got here, and I thought it meant eating something else. And I've also been welcoming refugees with respect and dignity. You know, that crazy foreign shit that you guys do up north here. So, you know, you guys got a lot of fresh air up here in Canada. Yeah, is that why you have the festival here in the mountains? You know, intoxicate the Hollywood executives with the scent of pine trees so they can buy another year of that Anne of Green Gables reboot? You get it? Okay. You Canadians are good at tricking us with your niceness. We're defenseless to it. A guy from Bell Media held the door open for me. And now, apparently, I'm signed on to a 10-episode period drama about Laura Secord called Good Cop, Bon Bon Cop. It's me and Com Fior in a bonnet. Yeah, I really don't get that joke either. But I've been told it satisfies the new CRTC 5% PNI. Again, no idea what the hell I'm talking about right now. But apparently now I get to go out of the way and I have to talk about the American content. All right, tonight we celebrate a select group of incredible people from our industry. We honor the Disney ABC television group with the Company of Distinction Award. It also happens to be the network that my little show Blackish is on, so congratulations to them. We'll also celebrate the Grand Jury Prize, which is a culmination of the Rockie Awards program competition, which took place yesterday. And we will announce the recipient of the first ever Rogers Prize for Excellence in Canadian Content, and that winner will receive $25,000. Calm down, it's 25,000 Canadian. We know what that will not get you. All right. We'll also celebrate John Ridley, who is receiving the Showrunner of the Year. Now, we got to address the elephant in the room. All right? The festival announced that John was getting Showrunner of the Year for American Crime, and then ABC did not renew American Crime. But ABC is bringing back American Idol, which is an American crime. John, we cool with that? We cool, all right. Let's move on before I get canceled. All right. My friend and colleague from Blackish, Catherine Reitman, is here tonight. Catherine, I want to give you a round of applause. Catherine and her husband, Philip, are receiving the Canadian Innovative Producer Award for their hit CBC comedy, Working Moms, a show that asks the question, can a working mom have it all? No, I didn't know this until I saw snippets from the pilot, but Catherine screams into the face of an actual grizzly bear, which made me ask the question, can a grizzly bear eat a working mom who has it all? Okay, sometimes, I didn't write that one. Some middle-aged white woman from Canada put that one up here. I'll introduce you to her later. She back there, though. Spoiler alert, Catherine's fine. The bear, not so much. She's still struggling to find a balance between career and cubs. Ba-dum-bum. That was the follow-up to the first one. Okay. Segueing from women having it all to women having nothing, the program of the year is being presented to The Handmaid's Tale. All right, if you haven't seen that show, it's a round of applause. Now, if you haven't seen that show, it's a futuristic dystopian nightmare where women have no rights, the environment is destroyed, and religious zealots have taken over the government. Or, as Trump calls it, his to-do list. All right, yeah, that one worked. Middle-aged white woman, that one worked, baby. Okay, let me tell you this, though. If you're a dude watching The Handmaid's Tale with a woman, you best just sit quietly. Then apologize for everything, forever. Then do what it takes to make sure it doesn't become a documentary, because I don't want to hear narration from off Melania. Get that? Nobody watched that show? I don't watch the show, but I got the joke. Because apparently when the woman marries the man, never mind, it's too much to explain. Just for Laughs is receiving the Canadian Award of Distinction. Jonathan Murray is receiving the Diversity Award. Spoiler alert, Jonathan Murray is a white man. And the Hollywood Reporter Impact Award is going to Blackish. Oh. You guys weren't sure if you needed to clap for that? All right, we're also celebrating the career of famed director and choreographer Kenny Ortega. I must admit, I am a huge fan of High School Musical, Kenny. I loved High School Musical 2 and High School Musical 3 senior year. I can't wait for the next sequel, High School Musical 4. Damn it. Zach is 30 now. Is he being held back? What's going on? All right, there's so much to celebrate tonight, so let's get this gala started with a big round of applause for our honored guests. Our first award of the evening is the Award of Excellence. We have 4 presenters for this award. They are the young stars of upcoming Disney Channel original movie, Descendants 2. Please welcome Cameron Boyce, Brenna D'Amico, Diane Doan, and Boo Boo Stewart. Yes, I said it. Boo Boo Stewart. You Boo Boo?
No, he's Boo Boo.
Oh, where Boo Boo at? What up, Boo Boo?
Hello, everyone. We are from the cast of Descendants and its sequel, which I'm sure you've heard a little bit about here at Banff. We are here to salute a man who's one of the most important influences in our professional lives, and someone we are very lucky to call our director and our friend.
His storied career includes artistic collaborations with Cher, Madonna, Bette Midler, Michael Jackson, and Gene Kelly, just to name a few. We know and love Kenny Ortega as the ultimate song and dance man and a visionary director. We're also the beneficiaries of what may be his greatest gift, his ability to inspire young performers, to tap into and steer our talent in unexpected ways, and to challenge us to transcend any limits.
He then captures the artistic magic in the camera for maximum effect. Whether it's the High School Music movies, the Cheetah Girls 2, or one of the Descendants movies where we got to experience his magic firsthand, through his work at Disney Channel, Kenny has introduced musical theater to an entire generation and has influenced popular culture all around the world.
Tonight, he is honored with the Award of Excellence. And that name crystallizes everything that he is as a person, excellent. To our amazing director, choreographer, and executive producer, Kenny Ortega, from all of us, we salute your creative brilliance, let's take a look at the amazing career of Kenny Ortega.
Award of Excellence. Perfect.
Otherworldly with what he can do.
He sees things that nobody else sees.
Kenny comes in and says, do this, that, and that, and it looks amazing.
Anything he puts in front of us, I feel confident in doing because I know that he's got our back.
He just wants everything that you have in the best way.
He is an advisor, a coach, a mentor. He's a friend.
The togetherness that we all had was because of him.
He is so infectious. He's got incredible energy. It's amazing. I mean, it's literally an experience that I feel so grateful to have had.
As a dancer, to work with Kenny Ortega is just unreal.
I'll say 5, 6, 7, 8. What time is it?
What time is it?
We nailed the biggest shot. Thank you. That's a wrap, Wildcats.
I read the High School Musical script, and he just brought that script to life, and he had all these like unique ideas. Like High School Musical 2, he put a baby pink piano in a pool.
Congratulations on this honor. You deserve it so much. You have changed my life, and you have changed so many other lives.
I was just honored, and I'm so happy that I got to work with Kenny, and I think he's an amazing director. Hopefully we'll work again soon, but I'm so proud of you, Kenny. I love you.
I cannot imagine my time at Disney and Disney Channel without you by my side. Thank you for everything that you've done for the channel and for me.
My deep congratulations, my dear friend, to an achievement well deserved.
You are the most deserving of an award for excellence because that is what you exemplify. It's who you are. It's what you bring out in every person you meet. I love you.
We gotta be bold, we gotta be brave, we gotta be free. It starts with you and me. It starts with you and me.
Please welcome to the stage the winner of the Award of Excellence, Kenny Ortega.
Good evening. Thank you so much. Thank you, Cameron, Brenna, Diane, Boo Boo. These guys up here represent a small group of what is a larger group of the most unbelievably gifted young people that I've ever had the opportunity to work with. I want to thank Disney, ABC television family for a decade and 2 years of an adventure that I will remember for the rest of my life. Every day I wake up on a set, I have a smile on my face within seconds, knowing that this is how I'm going to spend my day. We filmed both movies in Vancouver. Extraordinary place. We were on the island. We were in sound stages, many locations. And being here for this few days, I've felt the welcome once again from being in Canada. I want to acknowledge the Disney Channel creative team that have placed us here tonight. Gary Marsh, our president, Adam Bonet, the incredible Nikitha Maddox, Patty McTeague and your wonderful team, Judy Taylor, our musical supervisor who've helped us put together so many incredible soundtracks, Steve Vincent. Also, thank you to Janice Marinelli and Chris Oldry for hosting us here this week, and to the most collaborative man who has worked for the past 25 years to ensure that everyone around the world has the opportunity to see and be inspired by great storytelling and characters. And that's Disney's distribution chief, Ben Pine. Thank you, Ben. We're all indebted. I mean that. Thank you, sir. I also want to thank our partner here in Canada, Doug Murphy, and everyone at Chorus Kids, and our hosts here at the Banff World Media Festival, Russell Goldstein and Fern Cohen. And lastly, I had a tour de force on these two Descendants movies, a legion of women who I revere for their talent and for their passion to create and tell the best stories we could. Stories that deliver something empowering, themes of inclusivity and individuality for a generation of young viewers. Thank you to our amazing costume designer, Kara Son, our brilliant writers, Sarah Perriott and Josanne McGibbon, and my, last but not least, my loving producing partner who is our Descendants champion every minute of every day. You're brilliant. Wendy, thank you so much. Wendy Jaffet, thank you for your partnership and for being here with me tonight. Thank you all so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to my middle-aged Canadian white woman who wrote my monologue, Diana Francis. Please give her a round of applause.
I didn't write myself into this.
She didn't. I forced her to come up here. Thank you. All right. Congratulations, Kenny Ortega. The next award tonight is the Canadian Innovative Producer Award, presented in partnership with Lionsgate Entertainment and Stars. Our presenter is the chairman, Lionsgate Television Group. Please welcome Kevin Biggs.
Thank you, Anthony. I'm pleased to present the Canadian Innovative Producer Award to Wolf and Rabbit Entertainment. Wolf and Rabbit Entertainment is the husband and wife team of Catherine Reitman and Philip Sternberg. They are the executive producers and forces of nature behind the hit CBC comedy Workin' Moms. Now entering its second season, Workin' Moms follows 4 women as they juggle the real-life struggles and anxieties of motherhood. The series was inspired by Catherine's own experiences following the birth of her first child. She quickly returned to work and grappled with the stress, fatigue, and guilt of being a working mom. Philip encouraged her to channel these experiences into her writing, and 1 8-minute sizzle reel later, the series was greenlit by CBC. Not only is Workin' Moms an ensemble of incredible female talent on screen, Catherine and Philip have also created an environment behind the scenes to foster female talent. Women hold most key positions, and the writing room is entirely female. Let's take a look at the success of Catherine Reitman and Philip Sternberg, also known as Wolf and Rabbit Entertainment.
The Canadian Innovative Producer Award, presented in partnership with Lionsgate Entertainment and Stars.
What's the trick to making all this work? It all seems a little impossible.
Don't. Hey, you asked for it.
Leave my daughter alone, you frothy little bitch.
I got accent.
What are you doing tonight?
I don't know. Being a wife and a mother.
I just had a baby, and I got kind of depressed.
I think I might just have the teeniest little drop of postpartum. I gotta say, it feels pretty great to be back.
Maybe a little smile. People want to buy houses from happy people. And you're pregnant.
Can you just check again? Because I had a baby 8 months ago. She's barely alive yet.
Well, I can see your first day back is off to a productive start. When you have a bond like this, hard to break it up.
They're gonna fire you,
Okay.
Kate.
All right, cool.
I'm a goddamn salesman. Oh, yeah. Come on, let's do this.
Right now, one of you is gonna pierce my nipple.
Do you think I'm sexually fucked up?
I just don't feel hot around Ian.
I mean, it could be worse, right? No, you know what? It could be better. It could be better. Yeah. Look, it could be better.
Sometimes you gotta do something crazy to remember who you are.
Open your mouth.
That new manager's got forearms like a couple of logs.
Secrets in a marriage are like fleas in a bed.
Do you want me to shame you?
I do not.
Do you want me to dress up as a wolf and shame you?
I do not. Eat a bag of dicks.
Work for NASA to get this thing. Fuck, that feels good.
So clumsy.
Jenny.
Ian.
Hey, are you okay?
Please Please welcome to the stage the winners of the Canadian Innovative Producer Award, Catherine Reitman and Philip Sternberg of Wolf and Rabbit Entertainment.
Wow, 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 wow.
Holy
Thank you
cow.
guys so much. This is a trip.
Oh my God.
Uh,
It's so crazy because we're just so honored to be in such incredible company. I mean,
Yeah.
look at all these people that we love and respect, and we watch all these shows, and it's just kind of mind-blowing because we were scrapping and putting together sizzle reels and trying to make stuff for so long, and then here we are being honored. Thank you. There's so many people to thank. First of all, I'd like to thank the board of directors at Banff, along with Kevin Beggs and the folks at Lionsgate and Stars. We've had a chance over the past few days to witness exactly how impressive all of our counterparts are in this arena, and we do not take this tribute lightly.
No.
It is so impressive. And as newcomers, we must acknowledge that we would not be here if it were not for the extraordinary team of women at the CBC. I mean, these ladies, the ladies at the CBC, they fight the good fight for us every day, and they really help us make extraordinary programming.
specifically, the lioness in a blazer I like to call Sally Catto, who just continues to encourage and protect and truly demand our best work. I'm so grateful to be working with you and even more grateful to call you a friend. Also the dream team that is Michelle Daly, Sandra Pacheca, and I have to thank our instinctively blessed agent, Tina Horwitz, for putting our tiny little 8-minute tape in Sally's hands, without which I'm not so sure we would have the chance to be so goddamn innovative. It is an exhilarating time to be making Canadian content. Both Philip and I come from a background of you just make stuff, you know, get a camera, ask your friends to help out and push that boulder up the hill until you can see the view. Well, last year, thanks to Sally Catto, the CBC, the CMF, and this extraordinary country, our boulder has made some progress up the hill. And I must say, the view's pretty extraordinary. Thank you.
Up now is the Diversity Award, presented in partnership with A&E Networks. Here to present is Sean Cohen, President, International and Digital Media, A&E Networks.
I'm actually Lamar from the Bagel Shop. Thank you, Anthony. Quadrupled. Anyway, thank you. Thanks, Anthony. A&E Networks is a tradition of diversity across all aspects of our business, be it content, our employees, our partnerships, mentorship programs, or community outreach. Celebrating different and promoting a mix of backgrounds and perspectives is dear to us professionally and personally. We created this award with Banff to acknowledge the efforts of an individual or organization towards diversity within our industry. For the 2017 award, Diversity Award, we're proud to honor John Murray, executive producer of Born This Way, Project Runway, Real World, and so much more. I recall chatting with John several years ago at a producer conference, an A&E producer conference down in Mexico, when Born This Way was just the thought. He was incredibly passionate about developing the concept, and we discussed my own personal tie to the subject, having a sister with Down syndrome. We both expressed such deep pride about our two companies' association with the project. Now in its third season, this Emmy Award-winning docuseries follows 7 young adults with Down syndrome living in Los Angeles as they pursue their passions and defy society's expectations. Born This Way gives us a rare view into the day-to-day existence of people with special needs. This series also provides viewers with the perspective of parents who talk openly about the joy their children have brought them, as well as the worry and the fear that comes with helping them live independently. Today, Jonathan is widely credited as having invented the modern reality television genre. That's right, he invented an entire genre with his groundbreaking MTV series Real World, which I believe launched back in 1992. Over each of the 32 seasons, Real World examined the lives of a group of very diverse young adults living together in a major city. The spontaneous, unscripted interactions allowed the young adults to speak openly and honestly about lots of issues surrounding race, sexuality, politics, AIDS, religion, prejudice, and substance abuse. Throughout his career, John and the team at Bunim Murray Productions have created eye-opening and compelling platforms for these diverse young adults to have their voices heard. Let's take a look.
Diversity Award, presented in partnership with A&E Networks.
And I don't want to forget that I have AIDS, and I don't want you to forget that I have AIDS. You have to understand, AIDS is part of my life. It's my reality, it's who I am. My reality today is that I'm a person living with AIDS. I'm not dying, I am living with it. And until my last breath, I will be a person living with AIDS.
Like Vanessa, she's gay, and I know that because she once told me that she was gay because she liked other girls. She asked me if I would still be her friend even though she's gay, and I said yes.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Because it probably would have really hurt her feelings, huh? That's awesome. That's really nice.
You know what?
What, Pilar?
It doesn't matter how people are. It doesn't matter like if they're gay. It matters how do they treat you. Like if they're nice to you or mean to you.
Because it's like gay people can be nice to you, Spanish people can be nice to you, black people can be nice to you, white people can be nice to you.
No one wants to take the time out to find out who you are. You know what I'm saying? All the other and they ain't even worth it.
I feel so bad, y'all, because I'll put labels on people,
Right.
And I know to say that that's what I'm around, that's what I'm used to, that's a total cop-out. I know. I mean, I'll tell you, there has been times in my life where I have told black jokes.
Mm-hmm.
I have used the N-word, and it's not right, And like I see you, and I sit here, and I listen to what you just said, and it's so beautiful.
Hi, I'm Mondo, and I'm 31, and I'm from Denver, Colorado. The symbolism in the pant actually are these pluses are positive signs, and I've been HIV positive for 10 years.
When I was born, the doctors had told my mom that I'll be Down syndrome, and so the doctors asked her if she wanted to have a abortion of me. Even though I'm Down syndrome, it didn't really matter because my mother, she said no, I might keep this child.
I never really thought of it as Down syndrome. I thought it was up syndrome.
Welcome to the stage, please, the winner of the 2017 Diversity Award, Jonathan Murray.
Thank you. It's an honor to receive this award, especially from Sean, who has been so supportive of Born This Way. So why so much diversity in my work? It's not because I'm trying to win awards. They're nice, but they're a pain in the neck to take through security on the way home. It's because casting people with diverse walks of life unlocks stories and worlds that have not been told. It's hard to make something original anymore, and I think when you go into a different world and make an effort to find people who have been previously marginalized by television, you often discover fascinating stories. It also brings viewers to television that were not previously served. We saw that in 1992 with the creation of The Real World with its stories of race, sexual orientation, and identity. And I'm proud to say the diversity that gave us those stories set the stage for the casting of shows that followed, like Survivor, Amazing Race, and Big Brother. And today, 25 years after the premiere of The Real World, once again we see diversity as reflected in the casting of Born This Way, giving us the opportunity to explore new stories and bring new viewers to A&E. It's interesting, 40% of the people who watch Born This Way on A&E had not watched A&E before. So there's a power in reflecting the diversity and reflecting the stories of people who are being marginalized by primetime television. For me, diversity not only positively impacts the world I live in, it's also been a strategy, a good business strategy. So I encourage all of you to embrace diversity as you create the next generation of media content. Thank you.
First off, I'd like to say only in Canada can a black guy give a white guy the diversity award and there not be a riot. All right, thank you, Sean, and congratulations, Jonathan. Our next award is the Rogers Prize for Excellence in Canadian Content. Thank you. Here to present is the Executive Director at Rogers Communication, Robin Mirsky.
Thank you, Anthony. It's my pleasure to present this exciting new award, the Rogers Prize for Excellence in Canadian Content. The finalists are the top 4 ranked Canadian projects submitted for nomination across all categories in the program competition. The winner has been selected by the Rogers Prize jury, and the independent producers of the winning project will receive a check for $25,000. Here are the finalists.
Rogers Prize for Excellence in Canadian Content. And the finalists are Backstage, Too Much Keaton.
Hey there, Sasha here. I'm bringing you the latest need-to-know gossip from the halls of Keaton High right here on my site, TMK. I'm getting my sleuth on and bringing you the must-know and the who's who of Keaton High. There will be news, videos, music, photos, and more. You can never have too much Keaton, so check it out.
Dot. Odd Squad, the movie.
Cover me. Shields up!
I think it's cool if we just hang back here.
Cool with me.
Paw Patrol.
I hear them, or at least I hear a whole bunch of monkeys. Tracker, you can lead us to them. But that means going back into the dark. But as a proud new member of the Paw Patrol, I must overcome my fear for my friends. Follow me.
And the winner of the Rogers Prize for Excellence in Canadian Content is Dot.
Accepting this award is Tammy Seaman, Vice President, Industrial Brothers for Dot.
This is so cool. Wow. Thank you to Randy Zuckerberg for creating this tech-savvy, inspiring character, and huge thanks to the CBC and Sprout, our partners at the Jim Henson Company. We could not have made this without the support of Bell Fund and Shaw. I'm gonna forget someone. Canadian, thank you, the CMF. They're amazing. I love them so much. And the actors and the writers and the hardworking artists and crew at Industrial Brothers who've worked so hard on this. Thank you so much.
Let's give another round of applause. Congratulations to Tammy. You know, she's already depositing that check backstage with their phone banking app right now. It's now time for the Canadian Award of Distinction, presented in partnership with Entertainment One. Our presenter is a widely respected television reporter and author with more than 25 years as a media writer. He currently works for CNN and Sirius Radio. Please welcome Bill Carter.
Thank you. I really am delighted to be here and have the opportunity to present the Canadian Award of Distinction to an organization now known around the world for excellence and innovation in comedy, Just for Laughs. Founded in Montreal in 1983, the Just for Laughs Festival has become one of the world's most celebrated comedy brands. The 3-week event has brought over 2 million festival goers to the heart of Quebec, where every summer they can see a feast of 200 shows in clubs and theaters performed by up to 400 comedians, as well as a conference that draws some of the biggest players in the industry, and I've been happy to have participated in that. The festival has launched countless comedy careers, among them names like Jon Stewart, Jimmy Fallon, Margaret Cho, Amy Schumer, and Dave Chappelle. Beyond that, the event has provided stages to display the talents of hundreds of up-and-coming comedians from Canada and around the world. Just for Laughs has produced more than 1,000 hours of stand-up comedy for television, and of course, the iconic Just for Laughs gags, which has reached the astounding total of 8.8 billion views on YouTube. Pretty impressive. Just for Laughs also tours the world and has created additional festivals in Vancouver, Toronto, and Sydney, Australia, with more to come, we can expect. Let's roll the clip and enjoy some of the groundbreaking comedy of Just for Laughs.
Canadian Award of Distinction, presented in partnership with Entertainment One.
Let's do it, people!
Well, I can't tell you how excited I am to be back in Montreal, because I'm not.
This is Montreal, the land of skates and ice. All right. Yeah, right. Oh, okay.
Hey, funny guy.
But every summer, Montreal becomes a comedy mecca.
No way!
We all know how funny Mecca is.
Repent!
No, sorry.
When you come to this festival, it's an event. People look forward to it. It goes on for days. It's all over the city of Montreal.
Indeed.
Shut up.
It's the Montreal International Comedy Festival just for your rear.
That's a good one. Come on.
Just for Laughs in Montreal is the greatest collection of people who have disappointed their parents that you could ever hope to see.
That was cute.
And I sincerely believe it's probably one of the best curated comedy events on earth.
Dude, it was totally amazing.
Greatest comedy festival ever.
Get out of here.
Really? You know, I used to come to this festival every year as a kid. So being here now,
it is a dream come true.
And that's why I love Montreal.
This is the best time I ever had in my whole life. That's true.
It's going to be a long time before I forget this festival. But believe me when I tell you, I will forget it.
Please welcome to the stage the Chief Operating Officer of Just for Laughs, Bruce Hills.
Thank you very, very much. Bill, I appreciate it. I'm a huge fan of Bill's, and I love his book, so it was an honor of mine to get him to give us this tonight. First and foremost, thanks to the Banff World Media Festival. We really appreciate this honor, and thanks for believing in comedy and supporting comedy and giving us this opportunity. We hugely appreciate it. I also want to thank the founder of Just for Laughs, my partner, my boss, Gilbert Rozon, who I think's in Kenya right now. Could not be here. But most importantly, I want to thank the comics, because, you know, the comics from around the world, of course Canada, you know, we wouldn't be able to do what we do without you. We live to be a platform for you, and we want to continue to do that for years to come. To the Canadian broadcasters, you know, we couldn't do this without you. You know, you're the base that we do it all from. So thank you, Bell. Thank you, CBC. You're incredible partners. We couldn't be more appreciative. And hopefully, maybe this summer, if you're near Montreal in July, you'll come visit us. It's our 35th anniversary. We'd love to have you there. Thank you, everyone. We appreciate it. Good night.
Keep up the good work for Just for Laughs. It's now time for the Grand Jury Prize. This prize is the culmination of the Rockie Awards program competition, which took place yesterday. Programs from multiple countries were awarded in the categories of Francophone, Kids and Youth, Documentary and Factual, Entertainment, and Scripted. Now, our presenter for the Grand Jury Prize is the President and Chief Executive Officer of Chorus Entertainment. Please welcome Doug Murphy.
Thank you, Anthony. It's my pleasure to be here tonight to present the Grand Jury Prize. A group of industry leaders, which include producers, content buyers, educators, and broadcast executives, reviewed all the winning entries from the competition to determine what is considered the best program of this year's festival. Here are the finalists for the Grand Jury Prize.
Grand Jury Prize. And the finalists are Damilola, Our Loved Boy.
You're going to be late. Come on, I'll walk with you.
I don't know that.
I'm talking your shirt.
I will.
Did you brush your teeth?
Yes.
All right, come on, let's go. Quickly. Baby, I'll see you later.
Bye, baby.
You go.
Fleabag.
You know that feeling when a guy you like sends you a text at 2 o'clock on a Tuesday night asking if he can come and find you, and you've accidentally made it out like you've just got in yourself, so you have to get out of bed, drink half a bottle of wine, get in the shower, shave everything, dig out some agent provocateur business, suspend about the whole bit, and wait by the door until the buzzer goes.
Planet Earth 2.
Miraculous escape.
Revolting Rhymes.
And there she got a job unpaid as general cook and parlour maid with 7 funny little men, each one not more than 3'10".
Oh, thanks, love.
Ex-horse race jockeys, all of them.
The Night Of.
Don't talk to anybody anymore. Anyone asks you anything, how you doing, isn't it a nice day? You say, gee, I don't know. Talk to my lawyer. Okay? Say it. Okay. No. Say that to me. I don't know. I don't know. Talk to? Talk to my lawyer. Good. I've been an I don't know guy all my life. This never let me down.
And the winner of the Grand Jury Prize is Planet Earth 2.
Accepting on behalf of Planet Earth 2 and backed by popular demand from yesterday's program competition, 7-time award acceptee Cheryl Taylor, controller, BBC Children's.
Hello again. Banff. I feel like a celebrity. It's the best I've ever felt in my life. You've all been so kind to me. I've made so many new friends. It's amazing. I am lucky enough to know a lot of people who work in the extraordinary Natural History Unit at the BBC. I'm sure you'll all have seen their work, and you'll join me in recognising that they're probably one of the best production units in the world. The work they do is absolutely amazing, and Planet Earth, I think, probably is the culmination of several decades of honing talents and expressing their deep passion for the natural history of the planet. So I know that they're going to be unbelievably chuffed to have got this award. And thank you. It's such a prestigious award to get. And yeah, thank you very much. I just want to say a couple of things. Yesterday, a lot of people said to me they thought it was hilarious that Tracy Ullman had written Canucks. And I have to admit that it was just me mispronouncing it. I now know it's Canucks. I will never make that mistake again. I also want to give a shout out to Matthew and Connie over here, who are from Triangle Post. Matthew politely said to me, so you've got an interesting political situation in England at the moment. And Connie said, yeah, it's a real shit show. I've never heard that expression before, but I will remember it. Thank you, Connie. And you should all use Triangle Post. They're a great team. And just to finish off, really, as I said yesterday, I'm really proud to work for the BBC. And in these interesting times, as Matthew said. I think it's really important that you have impartial voices in news and public service content that everyone around the world can trust. And I've had a real blast here in Banff. I think you're a great country, and you're a really charming and creative production community. So thank you very much indeed.
Next up is the Showrunner of the Year Award. To present, please welcome two-time Emmy Award winner and star of American Crime, and as you guys call her here in Canada, Regina King.
Oh, Anthony Anderson.
How do you pronounce her name in Canada? Okay, I'm sorry.
Thank you, Anthony. Thank you so much for that. It is truly an honor to be presenting Showrunner of the Year to my friend and my colleague, John Ridley. John is an exceedingly focused creator who has multiple projects going on at all times, which I must admit makes me a little jealous because I don't understand how you are able to balance it all. How do you do it? Gail. It's his wife, Gail. That's it. Yeah? Yes, it's Gail. This man, this year alone, has had 3 major projects on television. Let It Fall, Los Angeles, 1982 to 1992, which this piece has a special place in my heart because I'm born and bred in LA. And it's a documentary about the 10-year period leading up to and including the 1992 Los Angeles riots. Produced by Lincoln Square Productions, a subsidiary of ABC News, it was released in theaters and later on ABC. Variety called it a clear masterpiece, and The Hollywood Reporter said it was shattering in its compassion. With the ABC drama American Crime, John created an anthology series where each season examines the impact of a crime on an American town. His insights into race, diversity, and social justice, that might have been a Freudian slip there, are complicated and nuanced. His new 6-part British drama miniseries, Gorilla, starring Idris Elba, Frida Pinto, and Boubou Cissé, is set in early 1970s London against a backdrop of the controversial Immigration Act of 1971 and the British Black Power movement. Not only is John one of the great filmmakers of our time, as witnessed with his Oscar-winning film, 12 Years a Slave, I think it's also fair to say that John is the voice of a generation. He raises our awareness of social issues, and, excuse me, what's that? Oh, he raises our awareness of social issues and leaves us asking what changes we too can make in the world. John, watching you up close and personal as a showrunner has been truly a masterclass in grace, in patience, in beauty. Let's take a look at the beautiful work of John Ridley.
Showrunner of the Year.
I don't want to be alone.
I will not fall into despair. I will keep myself hardy till freedom is opportune.
We need to be a family now. For both the boys right now, we need to be a family.
My son was raped.
You need to be very careful with that word.
Now, times are tough. There are a whole lot of people out there, and they need money. Those are the people we're looking for.
You're here because you were black. But when you're black and British, there's a constant struggle to understand who you really are. And just as I don't blame the white man, I don't want nothing from the white man.
Your government lies to you.
Black people! Read, learn, better ourselves.
Organize,
And arm yourself now. We'll educate our own brothers and sisters. We'll raise them. We'll be mindful of them. Right?
It's a domino effect. That domino tip is going to make the rest of them fall.
Form of cocaine called Operation Hammer.
The metal baton.
Not guilty of the crime.
Everyone needs to feel the same pain.
There's so many other ways to correct the injustice that we are inflicted with by law enforcement, by those in power. You don't fight fire with fire. You're going to always lose because it's always somebody more powerful and more stronger than you. But when you don't know better, you don't know how to do better.
Please welcome to the stage the winner of the Showrunner of the Year Award, Mr. John Ridley.
Please don't let anybody ever tell you that you get over moments like this, because you don't. I wanted to try to speak from the heart, but then you realize sometimes the heart gets overwhelmed, so please forgive me. This moment really is kind of overwhelming, and I had a feeling people might ask, you know, what does it take to be a showrunner of the year? And I really wanted to take a moment to try to think about what that meant, and very fortunately, I was able to find just a slight moment on the very brief drive from the airport to this secret lair that you've all constructed. And by the way, I've made a lot of friends here because when things go south, this is where I'm coming. So you all are great as far as I'm concerned. You're wonderful. I will say this, obviously, to be showrunner of the year, first thing it takes is a TV show. And to put a TV show together, it takes, more than anything, a group of writers who have heart and humanity and are not afraid to share incredibly personal moments with the entire world. It takes a crew of individuals who are artists and artisans and have the ability to take ideas and concepts and make them very real. It takes a group of directors who have a vision and a talent and a sense of storytelling. And I am very proud to say on an evening when we are celebrating reflective nature, and by the way, this is my little thing, I don't like to use the word diversity because it to me is a reminder of the 1970s. This is about being reflective and reflective of the world that we live in. And when we start using that word, we start realizing how short we fall of what we need to do. But I am very proud to say that in American Crime, ABC had the show with the highest percentage of directors who were female or people of color or both on network television, 90%. We had two directors who were straight white males, and I will say working with them was absolutely extraordinary, and I think straight white males really have a future in this industry, given the chance. Obviously, there are a lot of shows out there, so I guess going into consideration of being showrunner of the year is being able to do more than one thing. It was an honor and a privilege to be able to do a show like Gorilla with ABC Signature, ABC Studios, and Sky Atlantic for another country to believe that we had the capacity to tell a story about the world, about our experiences, and unfortunately that was a story that was both timely and timeless, was an honor and a privilege. And I will say, I was absolutely stunned this year at the tender age of 52 that ABC, the studio, the network, Lincoln Square Productions, ABC News was willing to take a chance on me as a first-time documentarian. I would not have believed that the same company that is doing Star Wars and doing Marvel and doing things like Beauty and the Beast would have the capacity and the desire to tell a story about communities and neighborhoods. If somebody told me 5 years ago that they were going to do a film about the LA uprising with a first-time director, I would have said, sounds like a great project, that's a lucky person. I did not know how lucky I would be. It takes partners, and as Regina mentioned, I have the best partner in the world, my wife, Gail, who is not here because she is raising the two most amazing young men. No disrespect to anybody else's kids, but John and Jason are the reason I do this. What does it take to be showrunner of the year? It takes about 10,000 people who are not you, but believe in you and believe in the things that you do. My thanks and appreciation to ABC, ABC Studios, ABC Signature, ABC International, ABC The Network, ABC News, the entire Disney organization. Thank you so much for letting me tell stories. I deeply appreciate it. Thank you all. Good night.
John Ridley, John. They just told me that the airport delivered your luggage to the hotel. So your luggage has been delivered. Yeah, okay, yeah, you can put the suit on and come back later, but just your luggage is here. Thank you again. I'm sorry.
There are only 3 black people here. Do not divide us.
Okay. You got it. Let's give another round of applause and congratulations to John Ridley. And now we move on to the Hollywood Reporter Impact Award. Our presenter is a highly respected television critic for the Hollywood Reporter. Please welcome Tim Goodman.
Thank you, Anthony. I'm here to present the Hollywood Reporter Impact Award to the ABC comedy Blackish. Creator Kenya Barris has built a compelling comedy that is not afraid to take big swings. The series revolves around Andrew Dre Johnson, played by tonight's host, Anthony Anderson. Dre is a successful advertising executive married to a biracial doctor played by Tracy Ellis Ross. Dre worries that their success and lifestyle might cause his kids to lose their racial identity and his own perspective on life. Blackish is an unapologetic comedy that jokes about race and isn't afraid of the results. It's the show's themes reach beyond race-related topics. The show's character-driven family comedy asks universal questions like, how do you raise your kids in a lifestyle you don't have and they didn't earn? You didn't have and they didn't earn. How do you ensure they respect and understand their roots while enjoying the fruits of your labor? And what do you say when your child says that word? All of this and more is done with an impressive joke per minute count. One of television's most insightful sitcoms, Blackish has been nominated for multiple Emmys, has won a slew of NAACP Image Awards, a Peabody Award, and a Golden Globe for star Tracy Ellis Ross. Navigating race, class, and culture while being funny and fearless, Blackish tells stories and lessons that go beyond skin color. Let's take a look.
The Hollywood Reporter Impact Award.
Winner of 17 NAACP awards. Winner of the Peabody Award. Winner Golden Globe, lead actress in a comedy series. Emmy-nominated outstanding comedy series. Lead actor in a comedy series. Lead actress in a comedy series.
All
day, every day.
Fans are raving about it.
We're not a big TV family.
There's one in every room. You put one in front of your toilet like at a hotel.
Celebrities are tweeting about it.
Hey, I was watching Scandal.
And no one takes on the issues quite like it.
Jack needs to be taught a lesson.
Well, if you want to spank him so bad, why don't you do it yourself?
Because you're the spanker, Dre.
I did it one time, and I cried like Whoopi in Color Purple. We're getting a gun.
No!
Yes!
I hope that gun is more important to you than sex.
What? She don't really mean that. She'll come crawling back to get this lovin'.
No, she won't.
I know.
I ain't saying she a gold digger. She messing with the broke.
Where did Jack get an idea to say a word like that in the first place?
And the episode about the election everyone's still talking about.
Over 50 million people felt something. Whatever happens next in this country, we do together.
I voted for Trump.
And with the newest addition,
We have a baby boy. I can see him.
He's here, babe.
the Johnson family is just getting started.
Not sure which one is yours? Here's a hint. The black one.
Blackish.
Accepting the Hollywood Reporter Impact Award on behalf of Blackish, please welcome star and executive producer and our host, Anthony Anderson.
I'd like to thank ABC, Disney, ESPN. Really didn't have a speech prepared for this. I was more concerned about hosting this show and getting everyone along through this, but seeing everyone come up here and with the hard work that they've done, you know, not unlike John, our show couldn't be possible without the writers that we have, without the directors that we have, without the crew that we have. So I'd like to give an honor and a thanks to them because they and we all approach this with an authenticity like no other and an honesty to our storytelling. And I believe that is what resonates with our viewing audience across the world. The biggest compliment that our show has received is when I took the pilot around the country and showed it at venues like this, and overwhelmingly everyone stood up at the end of the show and said, when I see your family on that screen, I see my family. And that's when I knew that we were onto something and we had something special. So I'd like to thank my partner in all of this, Kenya Barris, who created our show based on stories that we shared with one another about our families. Tip my hat to our writing staff and to ABC Studio and to ABC, the network, for believing in two young African-American men who had a dream and who wanted to tell stories about their families and their communities and how it affects them and has an effect and an effect on them, rather, and how it affects an audience that watches the show. So thank you to all the ABC execs in the audience tonight. Thank my lovely wife who's sitting here right now. And thank the Hollywood Reporter for, bestowing upon us the first ever Impact Award. I see we haven't been a disappointment to you, and hopefully we never will be a disappointment to you, so thank you very much. I have to segue into the next award, so let's give Tim Goodman a round of applause so he can leave the stage, because it's kind of weird. Oh, he left. All right, hey, trophy girl, how are you? All right. I just felt the presence behind me. I thought it was still Tim. All right, our next award is Program of the Year, presented in partnership with Bravo. Here to present is the co-anchor of CTV's E-Talk. Please welcome Danielle Graham.
Thank you, Anthony. It is my absolute pleasure to award the Program of the Year to The Handmaid's Tale. MGM Television's adaptation of Margaret Atwood's dystopian novel quickly became Hulu's most watched debut of any show on the service, and in Canada, the most watched series in Bravo's history. A series that has everyone talking, The Handmaid's Tale tells the story of life in the totalitarian society of Gilead, formerly part of the United States. Facing environmental disasters and a plunging birth rate, Gilead is ruled by a twisted fundamentalist regime and treats women as property of the state. Told through the perspective of Offred, the handmaid, the series is a riveting look at how one woman must deal with the unimaginable changes in her world. Renewed for a second season after only 4 episodes were released, The Handmaid's Tale is executive produced by Warren Littlefield and Bruce Miller. It's show-run by Bruce Miller and stars Elizabeth Moss, Yvonne Strahovski, and Joseph Fiennes. That's right, a little round of applause. Despite the novel having been written in 1985, The Handmaid's Tale resonates with a deep and chilling familiarity. Let's take a look at the 2017 Program of the Year, The Handmaid's Tale.
Program of the Year, presented in partnership with Bravo.
I was asleep before. That's how we let it happen. When they slaughtered Congress, we didn't wake up. When they blamed terrorists and suspended the Constitution, we didn't wake up then either. Now I'm awake. My name is Offred. I had another name.
Ladies, I have to let you go. It's the law now.
They needed to do it this way. All the bank accounts and the jobs all at the same time. You imagine the airports otherwise?
Run, run, run!
No, please don't take her. No.
You girls will serve the leaders and their barren wives. You will bear children for them.
There's an eye in your house.
I'll send you to the colonies. You'll be cleaning up toxic waste and then you'll die.
Tonight is a celebration of Gilead and of what we have achieved.
We only wanted to make the world better.
Better.
Better never means better for everyone.
I want to keep on living for her.
Remember your scripture. Blessed are the meek.
And blessed are those who suffer for the cause of righteousness.
To accept the Program of the Year award, please welcome the star of The Handmaid's Tale, Yvonne Strahovski, and executive producer Warren Littlefield.
Thank you so much. This is an honor to accept this award. I know we're both excited to be here today. This is a show that for me has been an incredibly rare opportunity. It is one where we are going above and beyond the bounds of entertainment and making an incredible show. It is incredibly produced, written, directed, and performed by my fellow castmates, led by the fiercely talented Elizabeth Moss. And it's so exhilarating to be a part of something so great, but also to be part of something that is going above and beyond that and speaking to people on so many different levels for so many different reasons and sparking up real conversations. And that has been the pure joy of being a part of this show. And the biggest thing that I would like to thank everybody for is that conversation that I get to be a part of in doing this show that is so meaningful and so powerfully relevant in today's society, to say the least.
Thank you, Yvonne. It's an honor for us to be on the stage here tonight. I listen to these artists who we're surrounded by, their words, and look at their work, and we're humbled to be a part of this. I truly wish that The Handmaid's Tale was not as relevant as it currently is. But each and every day we are reminded that the fight for women's rights and in fact, human rights, is far from over. Of course, we're deeply indebted to Margaret Atwood, who actually 33 years ago, a national treasure, Canada's national treasure. 33 years ago, Margaret sat at a typewriter in Berlin that she rented and wrote this dystopian novel. A brilliant depiction of a government gone horribly wrong, all of it informed by historical events that Margaret drew upon. Our series creator, showrunner, and my executive producing partner, Bruce Miller, channeled Margaret's vision into a complex narrative and offered survival story. Sadly, Bruce could not be here tonight, although I must say I'm kind of happy because he is back in Los Angeles and he is writing the opening hour of season 2. So that's a good thing. Thank you. Elizabeth Moss seized Bruce's vision and she elevated it. It's impossible for us to imagine anyone else doing what Elizabeth has done. Yvonne brings both scary strength to serena joy and the vulnerability of a woman who desperately wants to be a mother. I thank you for honoring our show, our entire cast, all of their work. Our partners at MGM and Hulu also need to be mentioned. They're extraordinary partners. Oftentimes, given the content that we are doing on an episode-by-episode basis, I wonder, when will I hear the words, "You can't say that. You can't do that." And we never heard those words. They were absolutely fearless in bringing this to life. And I can't tell you what that means as we go into battle each and every day to try and make this kind of content. Randy at Bravo, I also want to give a shout out to him. Here in the country of healthcare, open arms, and leadership, I thank Bravo and God bless Canada. I have spent 10 of the last 12 months of the year in Canada, both in Toronto and in Calgary, and it's an extraordinary and wonderful place to be. It's very, very, very important to me. I finally just want to say on behalf of all of the essential partners to make The Handmaid's Tale, we proudly accept this award, and we promise to keep the resistance alive. Thank you.
Congratulations to everyone involved with The Handmaid's Tale. Now, not since Fatal Attraction have men been so afraid to watch a show with their wives. All right, our last award of the evening is the Company of Distinction Award, presented in partnership with Bell Media. To present, please welcome my new boss for that 10-part miniseries that I'm a part of, Randy Lennox, president of Bell Media.
Good evening. I think just before I proceed, let's have a round of applause for what an extraordinary amount of winners tonight, just before we go to this award. Congratulations to everyone. So as Anthony mentioned, the Rockie Award for the Company of Distinction is presented each year to a company which demonstrates significant leadership in the world of screen-based entertainment. The Disney ABC Television Group, as you know, is a shining example of this leadership. They're an undisputed world leader, if not the world leader, in content creation and storytelling. And in this creative media group, it manages all of the Walt Disney Company's assets, ABC-branded television properties, and this includes, of course, ABC Television Network, Freeform, ABC Studios, Disney Channels worldwide, and of course, ABC News. And the award recognizes what truly makes Disney ABC distinct, their incredible content. Tens of thousands of hours of original programming reaching viewers all around the globe, and thank God also here in Canada. And Bell Media is very, very proud not only to sponsor this reward, but it reflects over 2 decades of partnership that we've had with ABC Disney, very proudly, and it exemplifies the very bright future that we will have continuing together. So this year we've solidified our partnership with 7 brand new shows. Thank you, Patrick. And these shows, as we watch, are really robust, full of heart and humanity, really great programming in the world we live in today. So these are the core attributes of the Disney ABC brand, and we're delighted to share with Canadians this coming season. So if we could just take a moment, let's have a look at the incredible work of the Disney ABC television group.
Company of Distinction, presented in partnership with Bell Media.
Want to watch? Make it look good. Always.
Yes, baby.
Turn up the TV, loud.
Group selfie.
Oh, my Nana! The Force is with us today.
Never said I love you when I really wanted to.
I've never said it at all.
Save the last dance for me, 'cause I wanna be the one who you wake up with.
Oh my God.
You're still on my side.
I'm always on your side, Mr. President.
How do you process what happened here?
Haven't really.
We're good people now. Say it to yourself until you believe it.
Sacrifice.
That's what true love is.
There is no future. Not anymore.
Won't you stay, 'cause I'll give you all I have to give. I'll be the one who you wake up with. I hit 100 and I don't slow down. Floor it! Got the feeling and it's going around. The atmosphere is explosive. Can't resist. Fewer things better than this.
You have the right to remain silent.
Do I?
Mm-hmm.
Now the fun begins.
Yes! Total victory! Let's party! That was awesome!
This rocks.
Thank you, Radio Disney!
That was unbelievable.
Go big or go home, right?
To accept the Company of Distinction Award, please welcome Patrick Moran, President, ABC Studios, James Goldston, President, ABC News, Tom Aschheim, President, Freeform, Ben Pine, President, Disney Media Distribution, Chris Oldry, Senior Vice President, Sales, Eastern Region at GM Canada, Janice Marinelli, President of Disney ABC Home Entertainment and TV Distribution.
Randy, thank you so much for your kind words. So much appreciated. On behalf of Ben Sherwood, who is unfortunately unable to be here with us, although I know he really wanted to be, my colleagues on the stage here, and the entire Disney ABC television group, let me start off by thanking the incredible team at the festival, and Brunico, particularly Russell Goldstein and Fern Cohen. The festival board of directors, and all of our great Canadian distribution partners, Bell Media, of course, CBC, Chorus, and Rogers Communications. We are honored that Canada plays such an important role in Disney ABC's business, from the carriage of our channels, to the licensing of key programming, to working with local creators to buy from and produce in this great country. We have a simple but profound mantra at Disney ABC, and it's that we win as a team. And I think you've seen the teamwork that we all display in what we put on the air and how we represent it around the world. So it's a privilege not just to accept this distinction, but to do it on behalf of the entire organization, a group of thousands of incredibly committed, talented individuals who are day in and day out dedicated to telling captivating and connecting stories. And while times may change, technology may advance, means and methods of distribution may evolve, great storytelling is timeless. And that is what Disney ABC is at our core. And it is the common thread that ties so many of us here, peers, competitors, and colleagues together. So again, thank you for helping recognizing Disney ABC's efforts to make deeper connections, to embrace a global community, and to inspire understanding and encourage acceptance. Thank you very, very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, that brings the 2017 Rockie Awards Gala to a close. I'd like to give a big thanks to our sponsors, Lionsgate Entertainment, Stars, A&E Networks, Rogers, Entertainment One, The Hollywood Reporter, Bravo, and Bell Media, as well as support from Joe Media, Jet Music, Banff Center, and Triangle Post. There are a lot of great sessions happening tomorrow, including a master class with yours truly. It's a master class about Blackish at 10:30 and a master class on The Handmaid's Tale at noon. I'm Anthony Anderson, and you know what? I didn't know what to expect when I agreed to host this show. I have had the time of my life up here in front of you guys tonight. I have enjoyed myself. I have yet to enjoy the town or the city of Banff. Hopefully you will have me back next year to host. I will bring my family back here to enjoy this lovely city. And I just want to say that, and thank you, and good night.